Douglas Bender is a young filmmaker, a job he has done for 7 years now. His story about the industry indicates that success is not a bed of roses.
But if you're going to look at the average story in Uganda, you might need something like 3 million, let's say minimum 3 million, because in 3 million I'm thinking about having people comfortable. You're going to feed them, yeah. You're not going to shoot beyond 1 week.
Bender says that many starters like him even lack equipment to put their ideas on record. Now, his struggle may become more complicated after the Uganda Communications Commission unveiled and gazetted new regulations to manage the industry. The Commission Film, Documentaries and Commercial Still Photography Regulations 2019 calls for, among others, possession of a paid-for permit to produce any art, inspection of creations, entering a bond with a registered financial institution to ensure one meets obligations of the license.
It beats my understanding when someone sits in their office and they think they're going to just throw regulations when they actually don't know the real pain of making a movie in Uganda.
They have not come to feed the industry out of disorientation, because we are totally disoriented. They have not come to feed it, but to flog it, to regulate it.
Philip Luswata, a renowned stage and drama actor, says that the Commission has done little to support the industry, which it yearns to regulate.
Early 2007, Pride Theatre was closed. Is there any other theatre that came up after that to replace that one? None. Cooper Theatre nayo yagenda. Royal Theatre nayo yagenda. Riverside Theatre nayo yagenda. Nefuka Pearl Theatre nayo negenda. Then, after all this nayo yagenda, here comes the latest singer. Totally from oblivion, Uganda Communications Commission comes to flog this limping horse in the right direction.
Bonnie M. Kasuja, the president of the Alliance of Independent Copyright Defenders, which advocates for artists' rights, told us that UCC had no mandate to regulate the industry. Ibrahim Bossa, the UCC publicist, responded to him.
This has nothing to do with creators. This, according to the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act, has to do with broadcasting companies that are clearly defined in the copyright law.
In the Uganda Communications Act, the Uganda Communications Commission is given the mandate and the power to, one, classify and also license communication services, and we're also allowed to charge fees. Okay? All the other sectors we also regulate. If you talk about broadcasting, if you talk about telecommunication, if you talk about postal, the same framework applies.
Even producing a demo now is a crime before UCC, because holding a camera and standing the way we are standing here is illegal now if you have not paid a permit of 100,000.
The rules were passed at a time when artists like Robert Kyagulanyi, commonly known as Bobby Wine, had crossed to politics, which raises suspicion about the law's origins.
They are doing this because the music and entertainment industry produced one person called Kyagulanyi Ssentamu and is threatening the status quo. And they want to make sure that no single artist comes from the entertainment industry and rises like Kyagulanyi Ssentamu.
We are not here to be dissuaded by a political situation. Okay? We try as much as to be fair. And where people feel we are falling short on those measures, they are redress mechanisms. You can appeal a decision of the regulator to the tribunal. You can appeal the decision of the regulator to a court of law.
The contested regulations were gazetted in May, which has raised questions on why artists like Bizonto, who are currently under detention for their creations, were arrested. Solomon Kawesa, NTV.